periods is going to be greater than the wrath that we saw the Father put on his Son for us. If you think otherwise, you don't know the gospel as you should. Moving on. Galatians chapter 3. Again, the Apostle Paul. Remember, I'm just dealing with the first of the 6 things that the prophecy of Daniel is about. I'm dealing right now with just finishing the transgression. Notice what Paul says in Galatians chapter 3, verse 19. He says, "Wherefore then serves the law?" What's the purpose of the law? What did it service? Paul says it was added. Why? Because of transgressions. Till the seed, meaning Christ, should come, to whom the promise was made. And it was ordained by angels in the hand of a mediator. In other words, he says that the law came, and it was added because of transgressions. But grace came by Christ, and he, according to Romans 10 verse 4, was the end of the law for all of those who believe in Christ by faith. He didn't say the law had no value, but he said that the law could not bring salvation because of the sin that is in man. So Paul is saying that the law came because of the transgression. But throughout his epistle, he is showing that Christ, being the fulfillment of the law, has put an end to transgression. In Romans 4 verse 15, Paul says this: "Because the law works wrath." The law works wrath. People break the law. Breaking the law is transgression of God's law. Breaking the law is transgressing God's holy law. So in Romans 4 verse 15, Paul says, "Where there is no law, there is no transgression." But we all know that the law came by way of Moses and condemned all men, for all men were sinners. And they chose darkness rather than light. And they set about to set up idols after their own invention, and decided to bow down and to worship these idols in spite of the revelation of the one who could take away all of their sin. If Christ did not do what we all believe he came here to do, then it could be said that the transgression has not been finished. Christ came in order to put an end to the law, which brings wrath. And he did it by taking the wrath of man upon himself. Upon himself. For us. And by doing so, there is no longer any transgression to be held against anyone who comes to the Father